Hello, my name is Josh from JTech, and today I will be teaching you the understanding of the emission system. And I'm going to be going over and explaining where the components are located and how do they work as well. Also, how to use this, go on the scan tool and be able to test a component and see if they are working correctly or if they have a fault or something could be wrong with it as well. Alright, so we have the PCV right here. The PCV is connected to the intake right here. And PCV, it stops the release of hydrocarbons from the crankcase. And also for the symptoms for a malfunction PCV would be a valve concludes oil leaks in the air filter housing, also high or low unstable idle. So also the PVC prevents so the hydrocarbons don't get released in the air. They get used back into the intake and burned so it's more efficient as well. Alright, so this is the EGR right here. The EGR is exhaust gas recirculation, and it controls and releases oxidizes of nitrogen by controlling the combustion temperature. Also, if you see over, or is it over here, it's vacuum operated as well. There's vacuum lines on it. So also for the EGR, there's symptoms of malfunction EGR, and so the symptoms would be, it would include failing state emissions test, warning indicator light, like a check engine light, hesitation, stalling, rough idle, and then also a pinging noise on acceleration could be some symptoms for the EGR. It also helps reduce NOx, so to prevent it, because if the engine gets the NOx is created by heat, so if it got any hotter, then it would have NOx. But this EGR helps prevent that. Alright, so this component right here, this is the evap. Well, this is the purge valve. I'm gonna talk about the evap system. This is the purge valve. So in the evap system, it stops the release of hydrocarbons from the fuel tank. And the symptoms for the evap system for failing includes failing the emission state test, the warning indicator light, and check engine light, and fuel door. Alright, so we're in the back, and the vent hose is in the charcoal canister. The vent hose is to vent some of the vapors into the atmosphere. So we don't burn those vapors as well. And the charcoal canister right here. So the charcoal canister absorbs the extra hydrocarbons and it absorbs it, and then until it cools down, and then it puts it back into the tank. And then if you see right here, this is actually the fuel tank. The fuel tank as well has a cap on, like a ring, a seal, so it doesn't leak out the fuel vapors into the atmosphere as well. Also, what's part of the evap system? Evap is the evaporative control system. Also, is called part of that is the catalytic converter. This is a catalytic converter right here. There's another catalytic converter. Another one on top of there. And then one there with the O2 sensor attached to it. These catalytic converters, they reduce hydrocarbon in the cat, also carbon monoxide as well. Those are some harmful gases that would be harmful to us to breathe. And also it oxidizes the nitrogen of the emissions as well. So Some symptoms of a malfunctioning catalytic converter can be include failing state emission test as well, or warning light in care, like the check engine light, and reduced power. So you'll have not as much power as you used to coming have it from your engine, because if the catalytic converter can be clogged or it can be not working functionally, you have lack of power as well, like a restricted catalytic converter. That's what it would be. Also, and it could cause a no start. A clogged catalytic converter can cause your engine not to start, and it'd be harder to push out those harmful gases out to the tailpipe as well. PCV valve is that one right there. Your EGR. I'm just gonna go over some of the components of the emission system. Also your carbon canister, which is under the vehicle, as well as the O2 sensor, which would be right. The O2 sensor would be right over here on the cat. See right here, this white wire, that's the O2 sensor as well. So that's some of the components of the emission system. So scan tool, I just want to show you all, I pulled up the emission data to show you all about live data. And I'm going to explain the readings of previous systems as well. So for like a closed loop, the O2 sensors can be open or closed loop, as well as the voltage. You can tell the voltage of the battery on here. The scan tool is very handy. So we have like right here it says you can check the faults in here, as well as like the evap canister purge, the purge vent. You can see if there's a fault in that, and there's of course no fault. And just like the EGR has no fault, and just like the fuel cap indicator lamp, it tells you about the pressure and your misfire as well. And like I said, this is actually a good, really handy tool, and it helps out a lot to find a lot of information for many vehicles. But there you go. So it's very important looking up this stuff, because sometimes you gotta need to know what could be if you have any faults, or also see the pressure, how much pressure in certain things as well, and make sure your evap system is running accordingly and not have no problems with it as well. The emission system, and those are the components for it, and we were just testing it on a 2003 Grand Marquis right here. And thank you for watching, guys.